My Hero Academia, Frozen, Lord of the Rings. What do these three things all have in common? Good soundtrack. Check. Spankin' Rule 34. Check. But there's just one more thing that I'm looking for. But before I tell you that one thing, I have to ask you a question about our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. What makes Spider-Man a hero? Is Spider-Man a hero just because he can sling from a web, kiss girls upside down, goes to the hottest clubs, and hangs out with the hottest dudes? No. But it's pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. He's a hero because he doesn't give up. We've seen it time and time again through all three Spider-Mans. Toby fought El Goblino Verde. The other dude fought, I don't even know, those movies sucked. And then Tom Holland, he lifted that rubble off himself. I mean, and to me, Spider-Man's a hero because he has strength and perseverance to keep fighting even when things seem so tough. And so back to the first three things. What does My Hero Academia, Frozen, and Lord of the Rings all have in common? They all have people in it that display moments of heroism. In My Hero Academia, Deku isn't a hero because he has the strength of like 10,000 gorillas. He's a hero because he always gets back up after being beaten no matter what. In Frozen, Anna goes on a journey to help Elsa, even though in the end she sacrifices herself to save her own sister from a sword slash. And in Lord of the Rings, when Sam and Frodo are climbing Mount Doom to destroy the One Ring, Frodo collapses and Samwise looks at him and says, he didn't say that, I'm sorry. And in Lord of the Rings, when Samwise and Frodo are climbing Mount Doom to destroy the One Ring, Frodo collapses and Samwise looks at him and says,
I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. Come on!
These are all moments where a character went beyond their limits, similar to a hero like Spider-Man would. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, whenever I see something like this happen in movies or TV shows, it makes me cry. And to be honest, I can't even explain why. It just fills me with so much determination and admiration. It just has to escape my body somehow. It's either I cry or I piss my pants or something like that. And it's not like I can hold it back either. I went to see 1917 in theaters with my friends. And spoilers real quick, but when Schofield is running across that field and the explosions are going off and the men are running out of the trench, that made me tear up a lot. And I had to sit over in my chair and just wipe away my tears so my friend sitting next to me couldn't see it. And it's not like I was embarrassed that I was crying. I was embarrassed that I was the only one that got emotionally involved enough in the movie to cry at a moment like that. But it's 2020, men can cry, it's no big deal. I mean, bro, I'm crying all day, every day. And the thing is, guys, these heroic moments happen like all the time in movies and TV. And especially if you watch anime, you will notice this in almost every single mainstream anime. Oh no, the hero's getting his ass slapped by the bad guy. Oh wait, he's standing back up and he's gonna fight back even harder now? Oh my god! The main character can literally have 2 broken legs, a broken arm, a broken spine, testicular torsion, a concussion, a herniated disc, a heart attack, and a seizure all at the same time, and he will literally come back no matter what to defeat the villain. And I did some research on why this seems to happen all the time. I was on the World Wide Web and I stumbled across the trope of the Japanese spirit. And here's what the Japanese spirit is for those non-academics watching this video. There's 3 virtues that you want in your life: persistence, talent, and resolve. But the big one is persistence. So fuck the other 2. You do not need to have talent. You do not need to have faith in anything. You just need to give 100% effort in your life and you'll be successful no matter what. This is great news for someone like myself, but this is really why the main character always gets their teeth kicked in before they finally win. They just want to show that no matter what, you can still save the day if you give 100% effort. And as I've shown you, this trope isn't just limited to anime. I'm about to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time. You may not have heard about it. It's called Nacho Libre. Quick recap of Nacho Libre. Ignacio lives in a religious orphanage and he really wants to be a luchador, but wrestling is not allowed by the Bible. It's banned. So he sneaks out at night to wrestle with his homeless tag teammate and they get devastated every single fight. And at one point they get to a party and one of them throws a piece of corn at somebody and it goes in their eye. And this isn't important to the story, I just like this part. But anyway, Ignacio finally catches his big break when he's asked to fight Ramses, the best luchador in all of Mexico. And I'm sure you can guess, based on everything that I have said, that Ignacio gets anally annihilated and unmasked during his match. But wait a second, this hot nun GF walks in with the kids from the orphanage and it is able to rejuvenate Ignacio so that he's able to fight back. And he finally defeats Ramses by throwing him out of the ring, getting up on the top corner, eagle diving on top of him, all while like the best music plays in the background to hype us up. And this is basically how so many hero stories go down. And we see it again and again because it works. We love it. I love it. You love it. Your grandma loves it. Your neighbor loves it. Your dog loves it. We would literally eat this shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if we could. And this is going to sound really cliche, but the reason we love it is because it shows us no matter how many times we get knocked down, we can always get back up again to keep fighting. Would TV and anime lie to us? In One Punch Man, which is kind of like a parody of hero shows, there's this character, Moomin Rider. Now, if you watch this show, you probably know what I'm getting at here, but Moomin Rider has all the traits of like a god tier hero. He is brave, he is determined, and he has buttloads of persistence. And all these other examples would have us believe that Moomin Rider is probably like the greatest hero to ever exist, but we would be sorely mistaken. Moomin Rider has the ability to get back up after being beat down, but he never reaches that third step of winning. He is just stuck in a continuous loop of getting his ass slapped. And yes, he isn't the main character of the show, but the Japanese spirit trope would have us believe that he would at least be able to take on a couple bad guys without almost dying every single time. But getting down to it, maybe persistence isn't all it's cracked up to be. Maybe we do need talent, and maybe we do need resolve. There's not one main ingredient in the recipe for success. And maybe a positive lesson you can take from this, so the next thing you do, give it your 100%, give it your best effort. Or you can just watch Rule 34. Be safe.